This is Blake Suniga alongside Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, and we're excited for some 2K hoops.
And with a moment here before we get to the tip-off, here are tonight's starting lineups.
As a fan, if you've got the need for speed, you're in for a treat tonight.
Oh, I always have the need for speed. I mean, across the league, every year, the pace seems to increase. And these teams, they really push it.
Then again, who knows? A couple key half-court sets could really determine the outcome here.
Now here's Jackson.
Here's Plum. And it's blocked by Courtney Williams.
Wow, you don't see that often. The 5'8" player, Williams, with the rejection.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for the three-point play. Going to the line for one. She'll be shooting her first free throw of the game.
One shot.
And Brian, teams always benefit from having a reliable veteran around, and Azurá Stevens definitely fits that mold.
Yeah, a seasoned player who has won a championship. Stevens knows what it takes to win at the highest level, and she can set the tone on the floor for her younger teammates.
Williams can't get it to go. Now here's Plum. Defense is right there. That one goes in.
And that's the Erica Hamby's favorite place to operate. Just terrific inside.
About a minute into this first quarter. Pass to Smith. Collier buries it from three-point range.
Very well done. Confident and composed, as always.
Plum with it. And here's Hamby. Left side, Stevens. Clock at 6. Hamby a screen. Three-pointer, Kelsey Plum. It's hauled in by the Lynx. And here's Carlton. Pass to Smith.
Nafisa Collier on the wing.
McBride outside. Makes it off the glass.
The catalyst of the team, McBride is depended on for buckets, and I'll tell you, she usually delivers.
Now here's Jackson.
Now here's Plum. She's guarded by Williams.
Plum, that's good.
The mid-range jumper, it's a very high percentage shot for her when she has that much room to get it off.
First quarter ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Williams inside. She's guarded by Plum.
Well, when you talk about Courtney Williams, her versatility is what stands out the most.
Yeah, she doesn't dominate any individual statistic per se, but she does well in pretty much every category, which is what makes her such a valuable part of this team.
Shooting two.
And the first one drops.
Well, the Sparks have missed the last 3 playoffs. Rare to see LA struggle like this.
An original WNBA team, they missed the postseason just 4 times in their first 24 seasons. Now, this franchise has the best winning percentage in league history, so you expect they'll turn it around pretty soon.
She's off on the second.
And this Minnesota franchise is built around their star, Nafisa Collier.
Well, you think about 2022, Collier played just 4 games. In the Lynx, they missed the playoffs. Last year, Collier took her game to another level, a first-team All-WNBA selection.
Collier up top. It's good. The assist that time from Courtney Williams.
How about that shot going in for Collier? Looked like the contact might disrupt her. Guess it didn't.
Pass to Plum.
Jackson right side.
Over Collier. Rebound by the Lynx.
Well, that's just not a sight you see very often because she has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when she's open.
Now here's McBride.
The screen by Collier.
Launches it. McBride misses.
They got lucky. They got lucky. And the defense has taken a big chance leaving her open behind the arc, and I'm not sure I'm okay with that game plan.
They worked it in nicely right there.
Minnesota trailing.
Now Williams.
Spins. Scores off the spin.
A natural scorer, Williams has a bunch of dribble moves she can unleash.
Now here's Plum. She's guarded by Williams. Jackson gets the bucket.
Just really good awareness right there on the assist.
Here's McBride. The shot misses. Good D by De'Erica Hamby. Plum with it. Williams there.
And the basket by Plum.
It's just so hard to knock Plum off balance. She is so good at absorbing contact and finishing anyways.
Left side, Williams.
Smith outside.
The three is up. Hamby grabs the miss. The Sparks with the lead. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
McBride covering. Outside Plum. And the call is going to be, an illegal screen.
Very close call there on the illegal screen.
But I'd go along with it. You know, to me, it didn't really look like her feet were set.
And how about that replay? You got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
That's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Williams with it.
Pass to Smith. The screen by Collier.
Shot clock at 6. Now McBride. Williams. She's covered by Sims. Nafisa Collier for 3. Connects from three-point range. It's all knotted up.
Because of Collier's ability to space the floor, she gives her team a deeper offensive identity.
Outside Plum. Over McBride. Plum can't hit. And here are the Lynx now. And Courtney Williams, here we go. And it's in.
This has been a thriller. You can't say enough about the way these teams have battled each other.
All signs point to this thing going all the way down to the wire. I'd be shocked if it ended any other way, Tim.
I'd certainly take that, Brian.
Now here's Plum. And it's Collier with the rebound.
Such tough defense there against one of the better finishers in the game.
To the inside.
Smith.
Another one falls for Minnesota.
A player who can get creative offensively. Let's just say Smith knows what to do inside.
Jackson outside. Shoots over Miller.
And a kind roll that time on the rim as that one falls in.
That is some dime dropping. Exquisite assist.
Now here's Williams. 5 points in the game.
Outside Miller.
Collier. For 3. Drills it from outside.
Love the versatility in the pick and roll. Collier can either set the screen or work off the screen.
Pass to Hamby. Now Plum. Outside Sims. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And the Sparks making a change here.
Number one. Number one.
Now here's McBride. She's guarded by Plum. Outside Williams. From the arc. It's hauled in by the Sparks. Plum with it. And Williams picks her up defensively. Hamby outside. Stevens covered by Smith. The open shot by Kelsey Plum. The open J off the mark.
Great look, disappointing miss.
What happened there? I mean, that shot's almost as good as automatic.
I don't know.
The Sparks trailing. Down low. Here's Hamby. Knocks down the 10-footer.
An example of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Outside Williams. It's Diamond Miller on the wing. The screen by Collier. Pass to McBride. 5 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. Drains the three-pointer.
With the smooth touch from outside, McBride's versatility leaves defenses pretty vulnerable.
Now here is Sims. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Here's Hamby. Goes right through for bucket number 3. She's a perfect 3 for 3.
Everybody on the floor is hot. It's incredible stuff here in the early going.
Yeah, both teams playing downhill, but somebody's got to cool off eventually, right, Tim?
I hope not.
Here's Collier. She's got 11. Can't connect from short range. So it's the Sparks now. Trailing by 4. Now here is Sims. She's tightly guarded. Hamby outside. Pass to Sims.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Now here is Stevens. Over Smith. And she tries off the glass, but it's no good. To the paint. And she floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Simple game plan. Collier's teammates need to keep getting it to her. She's feeling it, going to town on the defense.
Now here is Sims. Pass to Hamby. Good, and it's Odyssey Sims who picks up the assist.
Using that 6'3" frame to finish down low, Hamby's got fantastic touch to go along with her height.
And the 2-time 6th player of the year. You can't deny the impact of De'Erica Hamby.
Yeah, and now she's too good to win that award. You have to start Hamby. A huge part of the Aces' first title team in 2022. Really, to me, one of the most underrated and overlooked players in the league.
Williams. That one's all good. She's now 3 for 5 from the field.
You know, she might be 5'8", but Williams has tons of different ways to finish at the hoop. Hard to stop.
Now here is Sims. She's guarded by Williams. And there's the whistle, illegal screen.
Well, I just think an illegal screen, it's one of the toughest calls for an official to make.
Yeah, you have to appreciate how difficult a job they have to do when it comes to making calls like that. It's not as easy as people might think.
And the refs in this league just do a great job.
The Lynx with the lead. Pass to Carlton. Here's Miller. Heidemann, Petty defending. And here's Heidemann. Shoots over Petty. Heidemann, no good.
Well, she rushed that one. The D was out of position, but she couldn't make him pay.
Here's Jackson. Chalk up 2 right there.
What a bad time for these defenders to just be standing around watching. I mean, not while the ball's in her hands.
Pass to Carlton.
And here's Peely.
Second chance shot. Carlton gets the bucket.
Way to crash the offensive glass there. And once she gets her hands on it, you know it's going back up and in.
And so the first quarter in the books. Lynx ahead, up 6. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter 2. And the first quarter in the books, second about to get underway. And from what we've seen from the Lynx, what's your take so far?
I think the roof is up, but get some people some umbrellas. It has been raining in here. A lot of threes.
Yeah, you know I'm a huge umbrella guy, but hey, when it rains, it pours. And they haven't let up from beyond the arc.
Now the Lynx with it. They lead by 6, their biggest margin.
Heidemann.
Odyssey Sims with the steal. Pass to Carlton.
Jackson with the steal.
Got it for her 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And here are the Lynx now. And here's Miller. Heidemann.
She's covered by Sims.
Now Heidemann.
Wyatt so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. Clock at 4. Takes the 3. Carlton gets the bucket.
Can't get much easier than that for Miller. She kept her head on a swivel and didn't overthink it.
Now the Sparks with it. 7-point differential.
Watch this.
Jackson outside.
Russell with the screen. Fires for 3. Minnesota grabs the miss.
It's Diamond Miller on the wing. Petty defending.
Here's Heidemann. Over Sims. And it's Minnesota scoring again. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now.
Jackson outside.
Back to Sims. Inside. Russell. Yes, it's good.
Looking mobile and playing in attack mode. It's nice to see Russell make these sharp movements in the pick and roll.
Outside Miller.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. To the wing, right side.
Offensive rebound.
And a missed layup. The Sparks trailing.
Petty with it. And Miller picks her up defensively.
To the middle. Here's Russell. That's her second shot and her second basket. My math says that's 2 for 2.
Once Russell gets inside, it's already too late. She has a nice touch around the basket.
Now here's Miller.
She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Carlton guarded by Jackson. Here's Heidemann.
Offline with the 3. Pass to Jackson. Stripped away. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by.
It's stolen by Peely.
And that one's good.
The defenders were a little lazy getting to her that time. I can't imagine the coaching staff is pleased with that.
Now here's Petty.
D right on her. Sims with it. Her first shot coming late. Basket good.
A disciplined player with a consistent offensive attack. Sims alters the game in so many different ways.
Well, back in the early 2010s, the Lynx went on one of the best runs we've ever seen.
And forget, WNBA, we're talking one of the best runs in American pro sports history. From 2011 to 2017, 4 titles, 6 final appearances, sustained excellence we haven't seen since.
And that one's good. Heidemann. Now here is Sims.
Jackson outside.
Back to Sims. Deflected. Out on her own on the break. And she lays it straight in.
She wasn't going to wait around for help on that break.
No chance. And how about that solo performance, just going all the way?
Now here's Jackson.
8 points for her. Back to Sims. Russell with the screen. Inside. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
When we talk about players that just flat out win, who comes to mind?
Well, give me Brianna Stewart. 4 titles in college and a couple more in the WNBA. Stewie knows how to do one thing, and that's get rings.
Yeah, Stewie is incredible, and she just wins, flat out. But I'm going to go with Chelsea Gray. 3 WNBA titles, including the last 2. She really helped Las Vegas and that core get over the hump.
That free throw, no good.
Here's Mercedes Russell at the free throw line. Not her strongest suit, but somewhere that she could still make a difference.
And she's good on the second. The Lynx leading.
And here's Heidemann.
Pass to Collier.
Now here's Samuelson.
6 on the shot clock.
Now Miller, guarded by Jackson.
13 feet out. Again, Minnesota.
Gotta love the lack of hesitation. Miller doesn't even question the mid-range look.
She's guarded by Samuelson.
Pass to Jackson. Hamby sets a screen. To the paint.
Good, and the assist goes to Rakia Jackson.
Give an assist there, not for a pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed her up and really just made that layup possible.
Now a timeout called by Minnesota. And here are the Lynx now.
Pass to Peely.
Collier, right side.
And when it comes to defensive prowess, there's not too many players that can impact a game like Nafisa Collier.
It gets overlooked sometimes because of her offense, but Nafisa is outstanding on defense. She's the kind of player that opposing coaches have to game plan for at both ends.
Shoot 2.
The first free throw is good.
You know, some players struggle with the transition from college to pros, but not Nafisa Collier.
I mean, her rookie year was ridiculous. She led the league in minutes. She was an all-star as a rookie. Remember, Collier won a national championship in college, so she was used to the spotlight. She's coming to the league as an all-star level player, and we've seen her just improve.
The Sparks trailing.
Right here, right here.
Now Plum. Down low. Pass to Hamby.
Good, and the assist goes to Rakia Jackson.
It's been Hamby's night. The front office, the coaching staff, they love her combination of size and skill, a true modern big.
Now here's Samuelson.
Looking for her first basket still in this one.
And here's Heidemann.
She's guarded by Plum. The screen by Collier.
Here's Heidemann.
Hands the shot with nobody near her. And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too.
To the inside. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
And it's going to go on Alana Smith.
Tough to contain Russell around the rim. She has the size and frame to bother opponents.
She's made one and missed one so far at the line. The first one falls.
And when you look at the last few WNBA Finals matchups, it looks like we're in the super team era, fellas.
Oh, absolutely. Free agency playing a major role in who wins it all. New York and Vegas last year adding major pieces via big-time signings in the offseason.
And top-end talent is ultimately what wins in the playoffs. I think we'll continue to see super teams get formed.
That one falls, so she hits both of them. And here are the Lynx now. They lead by 7. Here's Heidemann. She's guarded by Plum. Here's McBride. Odyssey Sims grabs the board. She's guarded by Williams. Pass to Plum. To the paint. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Here's McBride. 5 points in the game. Pass to Collier. Tries the spin move. The shot will not fall. Good D by De'Erica Hamby. Here's Sims. Outside Plum. Down low. Here's Hamby. Tried to bank it in, but misses. The Lynx leading.
On the wing, Courtney Williams.
Right outside. The screen by Collier. To the middle. The shot's good. Kayla McBride making the play.
A team-oriented leader with a passion for making others better. McBride is simply a fantastic teammate.
Now here is Sims. Outside Plum. Back to Hamby. Sims. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kelsey Plum from outside. Happy to see that one go in after missing 6 of her 9 shots today.
The sweet lefty stroke of Kelsey Plum, dialed in from distance.
McBride outside, pass to Carlton.
On the wing, Courtney Williams.
A screen by Collier. Fires high post, buries the jump shot.
So much action these days out of the pick and roll. Williams is made for this type of basketball. A slick dribbling and good decision-making player.
Now here is Sims. Here's Plum. Yes, it is. Good for basket number 4. She's now at 4 for 10.
Way to work the ball in close to the hoop.
Inside, McBride. Soft touch off the glass.
That's the type of lead pass we've really come to expect from her.
And the Sparks with possession here. Plum with it. 9 points in the game. Yes, once again for her on an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far. So the Lynx now. 6-point game.
Pass to Smith.
McBride outside. In the hoop for her 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
On the drive, McBride can be so dynamic, which helps her beat the defense.
Now here is Sims. Hamby covered by Collier. Back to Hamby. Sims. Hamby sets a screen. 6 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. And it's Sims missing.
On the wing, Courtney Williams.
She's got 9. Misses and close. Right side Plum. Down low. Here's Hamby. Count it. And she's now 8 of 9 from the field.
Well, she's been the key to their offense. She's been their offense with the way she shot the ball.
Yeah, her percentage today has been through the roof. She is definitely not the one who's put them in this hole. Even without that 3 ball dropping for her, the defense should have done way more on that last play.
Yeah, I mean, the D's got to be better as a coach. You can't stand seeing her having that much space to get her shot off. Sweet lefty stroke from Sims. When she has the jumper going, she's deadly.
Now here's McBride. Pass to Williams. And here's Collier. The screen by Collier. Shot's good by Smith.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Outside Sims. Hamby sets a screen. There's the triple. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. The Lynx on top. They're up by 7. And we've got more exciting basketball action coming your way right after the break. The second half just about to get going here.
And, you know, Collier has been really making it happen, guys.
What I noticed more than anything about her first half offense was she didn't waste her opportunity. She made just about every good look she had.
And they were pretty much all good looks. I mean, her shot selection has been phenomenal throughout the game.
And here's McBride.
On the wing, Courtney Williams.
Collier right side. Clock at 6. Yes, and it's Courtney Williams with the assist that time.
The ability to catch and shoot comes down to quick decision making. And I think Collier has a pretty good grasp of that.
Amby.
And Carlton pulls it down.
Yeah, remember that. And that's not an opportunity she fails to convert very often.
McBride outside. Pass to Carlton. Lets it go from deep. The Sparks grab the miss.
It's rare to see her come up empty on such a wide open look.
Covered by Collier.
Here's Plum. That's all good, and that's her 5th basket of the game. She's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Well, when Kelsey Plum is getting buckets inside, it's scary because she already does so much damage with her playmaking and perimeter game.
On the wing, Courtney Williams.
Collier outside. This one for 3. Basket number 8 is all good. She's attempted 12 shots.
Just on fire from beyond the arc.
Seems like just about all her points are coming from deep.
Pass to Hamby. To the inside. Plum. To the middle. The layup off target. Now Collier. 22 points for her.
Smith.
Azare Stevens with some nice D. Left side, Plum. And there it is.
Was not phased at all by the bigger defender on her. And in the low block, I thought she might be a little phased.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that would be her comfort zone, but hey, she looked pretty comfortable right there, didn't she?
Now here's Williams. She's got 9. For 3, Nafisa Collier. It's good. The assist that time from Courtney Williams.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been by design or by accident, but either way, it's been impressive.
Maybe the coach just went up to the locker room chalkboard and just put a number 3 out there.
Plum can't hit.
No question who's been in control of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. They've really taken charge.
Outside Williams. To the left side wing. For 3, Nafisa Collier. And the foul called on Smith. That's foul number 2 for her.
Personal foul.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone now. Pass to Hamby. Here's the 3. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Love the selfless, intelligent play by Hamby. Puts the ball into the wide open shooter's hands.
Minnesota calls a timeout.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. McBride outside. Outside Williams. The screen by Collier. 6 on the shot clock. Turnaround Jay. Williams can't get it to go.
Bodied her up and made her alter the trajectory of the shot that time.
Definitely. Some very sound defense played on that trip down.
Now here's Plum. 13 points in this game. Unloads from 13 feet, and it's Collier with the rebound. The Lynx with the lead.
You know, when we talk about players who just get better during the offseason, that put in the work, Kelsey Plum has got to be high on that list.
Yeah, she was the first overall pick back in 2017, and she struggled her first few years. Didn't shoot a great percentage, but Plum's really improved on her game. She's been top 5 in most improved player 3 different times, and now one of the best scoring guards in the W.
And the first one falls for her.
And one thing that makes this game so fascinating is all the different styles you can incorporate. You know, what do you think is the best for winning, though, Brian?
Well, you know me. I love to grind it out. Slower pace, that's what wins come playoff time.
Yeah, maybe like in the 90s, Brian. I mean, I prefer teams that pick up the pace, take a lot of threes, and can outrun you.
Now here's Hamby. 16 points for her.
Jackson, no good.
Outside Williams. Pass to Smith. Collier. And that's good. Off the glass that time.
Love Collier's discipline on offense. Looks for a shot she likes and dedicates to it.
Here's Plum. 13 points in this game. To the paint. Here's Hamby. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Kelsey Plum.
Give an assist there, not for a pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed her up and really just made that layup possible.
Now here's Williams. 10 points for her. Collier outside. Cans it from downtown.
Defenders have to be careful with Collier's jumper. If she gets a clean look, she's usually going to capitalize.
Jackson with the ball. 8 points for her. Plum made that one. It's her 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
Well, you're not going to pass up that type of look.
So the Lynx now. Now here's McBride. 9 points in the game. Got a hand on it. And a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Plum. It's hauled in by Williams. Pass to Carlton. Again, Minnesota.
And the ball movement by Williams. Excellent at finding her teammates in spots where they can score.
McBride covering. Plum with it. From past the arc, it's good from long range.
Coach has to be furious. Obviously, a defensive lapse there. She is automatic from deep. If you leave her wide open, big mistake.
Now here's McBride. And she drops in the layup off glass.
Took advantage of some shoddy D there. They got to at least get a finger on her.
Outside Plum. Stevens. And she gets it to go.
That's a great example of Stevens' comfortability and focus around the basket. So effective down there.
Now here's McBride. 11 points in the game. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of players.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
And here's Carlton. She has 7. The kick out to McBride. Pass to Collier. Just 5 to shoot. Back to McBride. They get it back. Here's Carlton. Now Williams. 10 points for her.
Come on, watch the cutter.
3-pointer. Mr. Ball meets Mr. Basket for a 5th happy pairing of the game. She's 5 for 9.
No matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to cut it.
McBride covering. And the play stops. Whistle on what looks like an illegal screen.
The idea of setting a screen on that play, it was the good idea, the right idea, but the execution was not.
Yeah, you really want to set a hard screen, but you also want to make sure it's a legal one.
Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And it's not rocket science at this point. Just stay with what you've been doing.
And it's Peely missing. Now here's Jackson. Miller defending.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Fantastic pass. She made that a very easy bucket with the setup.
Now the Lynx with it. Pass to Heidemann. To the middle. Floats one up, and she takes it up and lays it in.
That's such a field shot. Sweet floater.
Here's Plum. She's got 15. Hamby. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Kelsey Plum.
That pass led her so perfectly, she didn't even have to break stride.
Outside Miller. Pass to Williams. And there's the pick. Kelsey Plum with the defensive effort. And the Sparks with possession here. And the basket by Hamby.
And here's Heidemann.
8 points for her.
Pass to Miller.
Now Williams.
Heidemann.
She's covered by Sims. Fires from deep. With that miss, she is now 4 for 7 from the floor. Outside Plum.
Now here's Jackson.
Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
Plum comes with a double team. Here's Peely. And the Lynx miss again. Here's Hamby. Lays it up and banks it in.
Fundamental hoops from Odyssey Sims, making sure to get it to the uncovered teammate.
The Lynx leading.
Outside Miller.
Back to Williams. Fires from 18, and she drops that one in.
So if you want to be a scoring guard like Williams, it helps tremendously when you can hit mid-range jumpers.
Outside Plum. Inside. And she was camped there in the lane, and she gets a 3-second call.
Boneheaded play, guys. Plain and simple.
And mistakes like that are going to make it very hard for them to get out of this hole.
And that's part of the reason why they're in this hole.
Here's Heidemann. She's covered by Sims. Now Heidemann. She's got 8.
Pass to Miller. Healy with it.
2 on the clock. No good with the layup. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Lynx ahead. They're up by 11. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And we welcome you back as we get going into the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And the Sparks with possession here. They trail by 11. Hamby outside. Sims. Shot clock at 6. Back to Hamby. Minnesota grabs the miss.
Miller left side.
Down low.
Alyssa Peely on the wing.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That'll get the ref's attention.
You have to make sure your feet are set. When you set those screens, they'll get you for it.
I thought maybe she was set. Now, I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think maybe they got that one wrong.
Now here's Hamby. Off with the layup.
Outside Miller.
Pass to Samuelson.
And here's Heidemann. Healy with the screen.
Launches a 3. Gets it to drop, and she's now shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Yeah, you might not think of her as a true ace from three-point range, but the shot was there for her.
Hamby up top.
Miller defending.
Back to Sims. Here's the pick.
Don't give her space! Don't give her space!
Hamby outside. Here's Russell.
And that comes off the assist by De'Erica Hamby.
And here are the Lynx now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Miller with it.
Hamby on her. To the inside. 5 to shoot.
Pass to Heidemann.
Fires it. Russell pulls it in.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't want your best shooter heaving up that shot.
Exactly. Even the top three-point specialist in the league would catch heat for taking that shot.
And this game has really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Yeah, well, no one's ever going to argue with more offense, and that's exactly what we're getting.
I'm not going to argue with you, Brian. Let's see more offense.
Here's Heidemann.
Russell pulls it in. Outside Sims. Pass to Hamby. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
What are they thinking, leaving her with all that space out there? Don't they know that that's pretty much a layup for her?
Samuelson outside. Outside Miller.
Samuelson.
Back to Miller. Pass to Peely.
Here's Heidemann. The tray. Russell pulls it in. The Sparks trailing. Here's Hamby.
Miller defending.
Hamby left side. Now here is Sims.
Good, and De'Erica Hamby gets the assist.
Well, when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to do it and get back into this game.
And it was their defense, just as much as their offense, that served as the catalyst and allowed them to put this run together.
What a display.
Pass to Samuelson. It's Diamond Miller on the wing.
They need this. Excellent D there from Mercedes Russell.
And here are the Sparks now. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
And this offensive explosion they're having has really narrowed the gap.
And it almost happened too late. Their offense didn't come to life until they were nearly out of it, but it's certainly alive now.
You need everything they've got down the stretch.
Now here's Samuelson. Back to Miller.
Samuelson,
Pass to Miller.
the 3 ball. No good that time. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
Hamby sets a screen to tie it up.
Miller grabs the miss.
The Lynx with the lead. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I tell you what, Miller is a walking mismatch on the offensive end, especially foul line down.
Hamby
Miller defending.
takes the 3, and the 3 ball is good.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been too late.
Still some work left to do, though. They can't relax yet.
Now here's Miller. Samuelson outside. Outside Miller. Heidemann.
Shoots from the high post. No luck on that one.
That's one she knows she should have drained.
Hamby outside. Inside. And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot 2.
At the line for the away team. Number 1, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. No good on the second, so she hits 1 of 2.
Well, they should be in front right now, but she'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty.
Collier right side. Good.
The power. Collier using that upper body strength to finish it off.
Well, who doesn't love a guard who can be prolific while also being efficient? And that's what Kayla McBride does. She makes very few bad plays.
Well, it starts with great shot selection, right? She makes the smart pass rather than the flashy one. She keeps the turnovers to a minimum, and she's someone you trust to read the floor and make good choices.
Now here's Williams. Back to McBride. 6 to shoot. The Sparks grab the miss.
How did you miss?
Jackson outside.
The Sparks, no good that time either. To the paint. Here's Smith. It's good. The assist that time from Courtney Williams.
She draws so much attention. Williams can find others for easy buckets. Good dish.
Timeout called the
timeout.
Sparks.
And Tim, we know success isn't always linear. And just look at Alana Smith. She's a perfect example of that. Took her a few years to claim her spot in the league.
Well, she was a top 10 pick back in 2019. She shot under 20% as a rookie. Alana was out of the league, but she had a great 2023. The Australian finishing third in most improved player voting, and she has really got a spot in the league now.
McBride covering. Back to Plum. Shot clock at 5. They double team Kelsey Plum. They get the rebound. Stevens, that's good.
D got caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance points.
They need more effort than that on the boards. That can't happen.
Absolutely.
Now here's Williams. Collier up top. Hamby grabs the miss. The Sparks trailing. Pass to Plum. Hamby sets a screen. With the step back. It's hauled in by the Lynx. Here's Carlton. McBride outside.
On the wing, Courtney Williams.
Pass to Collier. From deep. Yes. And it's Courtney Williams with the assist that time.
Well, they've built this lead through plays exactly like that. She's easily been the most consistent performer.
No question about that. I mean, she's just hitting everything in sight.
Now here's Plum.
On the wing, Rakia Jackson.
Hamby. They waste no time getting those 3 points back.
The moment not scaring Hamby, a leader. She takes pleasure in hitting the big shots.
McBride outside.
Collier.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Outside Plum. Stevens. To tie it up. Rebounded by McBride. The Lynx leading. Pass to Williams. And here's Collier. Smith. She's covered by Hamby. The screen by Collier. Here's Smith. Nailed from three-point land.
I mean, that shot just becomes effortless for her when the defense is so relaxed like that.
Plum with it. Williams there. For three, De'Erica Hamby. And Collier pulls it down.
They had some boxed coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often.
Now here's McBride. Outside Williams. Another three for Minnesota.
You know, there are certain players who shoot much better off the pass. Williams is one of them. Allows her to set her feet.
Plum with it. Stevens the screen. Wing shot on the way. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Well, when you get in the pick and roll, Plum can shoot out of it, drive, pass. How do you defend that?
And they can burn some clock if they want.
And calm down, get a little breather here too.
Right outside. Williams. The shot's good. Kayla McBride making the play.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, they're not taking any chances. This is how you close a game out.
Just look how happy their coach is.
The Sparks call timeout. McBride covering. Makes that one her 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9. And they are this close to putting it away.
Yeah, and they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock. And most importantly, don't turn it over.
Yeah, don't pull a Tim. Now here's Williams, the left wing. The screen by Collier. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to McBride. Another three for Minnesota.
I love how McBride is unafraid of making mistakes, and she really just plays her game and then will live with the results.
So we see the Lynx get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
It makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in a good flow, it felt like they never had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
And that's a wrap, everyone.